Hi everyone, so today we're going to have a go at solving this AS level computer science question in the 2017 May-June paper 2-1. This is question 3. A string conversion function, string clean, is to be written. This function will form a new string. This function will form a new string, out string, from a given string, in string. It will remove all non-alphabetic characters, so it will remove things like spaces, full stops, exclamation marks, question marks. It will remove all that stuff and just keep letters. And it will convert all of the characters to lowercase. So here's an example. If in string is good morning Dave, it's going to remove the spaces and the comma and any other non-alphabetic characters, and it's going to convert all of these uppercase letters to be lowercase. So this is the result of the processing of in string, and that's going to be stored in a new string called out string. And does it return it? It must return it because it's a function. So we will be returning something. The first attempt at writing the pseudocode for this function is shown below. We're also going to be using built-in functions, so we can find those built-in functions at the end of the question paper. So let's have a look at this pseudocode. Function string clean with a parameter here returns something. Well, we know that it returns a string, so let's just get that done. It returns some data type, and the thing that it's returning is the data type string. Declare next char to be something. Not sure about that, but next char, so I'm going to assume at the moment that this variable has a data type char. I might be wrong, I might change that later, but let's just leave that for now. Declare some variable to be a string. Not sure. Initialize the return string. Not sure. Let's just keep going. Loop through in string to produce out string. Aha. So they're giving me some names of some variables. So in string must be the string that's coming into the function. This is the parameter. And out string is the thing that's being returned after processing. So this return value here, we're returning out string. So let's just stick that in. Okay. Now out string, let's just go back up to the top. In string is the parameter. So let's just fill in this thing here. In string, which is a variable of type string. That's the parameter. This is coming into the function to be processed. The thing that I need to declare is out string. I don't declare in string because it's a parameter that's already been declared somewhere else in the computer program. What I'm declaring is a variable in my function called out string. So let's do that now. And its data type is string, and that's already been given to me. Okay? Now this thing here, initialize the return string. Well, we know that the return string is out string. That's the thing that we're returning. Let's just have a look at this. The function will form a new string. So the function will build that string. So at the start of the processing, out string is just going to be an empty string. So if we were to think of a similar situation, it would be if we were working with an integer, and let's say we have an integer called score, and at the start of the program we assign it a value of 0. And as the function processes data, maybe this score value will change. So in the string world, that's how to initialize an empty string. So that's what outstring will start as, just an empty string. Loop through instring to produce outstring. We're going to loop through instring from the first character to the last character. The problem is I don't know the number to put here. I know this is a number, right? For n is assigned 1 to something. That's going to be a number. But what number? Let's have a look at the example. Instring has a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This example is 18 characters long. So here I'm going to put 18, right? For n is assigned 1 to 18. Unfortunately, this is just an example. This parameter here in string could store any string data. I don't know. I need to know the length of that string though. So let's use a built-in function. Let's use the length function, because the length function will take a string and it will give us the length of the string, the number. That's what we're looking for, that number. So for n is assigned 1 to length in string. So the next character is going to be whatever character we're currently processing. So that's determined by n, which is our loop control variable. So that's going to be the character that we're working on. We're going to convert it to lowercase. So we've got the character. Now we need to convert it to lowercase. Let's go to our built-in function list, lcase. It returns the character value representing the lowercase equivalent of. So here's an example. Lcase w returns w. So what we're going to do is next char is assigned lcase of next char. So it kind of updates itself. Check if alphabetic. So we're going to see if this thing is alphabetic. I'm not sure how to do that. I know one little trick which might work, but I'm not sure. What I'm going to say is if next char is greater than or equal to A and next char is less than or equal to Z, that's going to be my logic. Did I say next chat? Next char. Logically, that's kind of correct. I just don't know if it's acceptable in this question. We'll find out later. I'm not too worried about that. If that's true, if it is an alphabetic character, we're going to add it to the outstring. So we're going to concatenate this character onto the end of our current outstring. And remember, we initialized outstring to be an empty string. So we're going to fix this character to the end of outstring. Okay? So how do we concatenate in pseudocode? Let's just go back to our built-in function list. It's using the ampersand. Concatenates two strings. So that's what we're going to be using to do this. So if next char is a character, we're going to concatenate it onto the current outstring. And that is my solution. Now, you'll have to go and have a look at the marking scheme. The one thing that I'm not sure about is that line of code. To me, that seems a logical answer, but I'm not sure if the marking scheme has a similar idea.